Happy IEEE Day.
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 Happy
IEEE
Day.
Happy IEEE Day. Join our Education Society.
Well, I enjoy being part of the Education Society because it keeps me informed on what are some of the latest innovations that are going on, latest topics, how to be able to deliver them, and so forth. We have different venues. We have both journals as well as conferences. I've been an FIE attendant for years, and FIE is actually our Frontiers in Education conference. And this gives an opportunity for us to not only hear about new and different things, but to get together and actually have socialization so that we get a chance to learn others who share our passions, and we can connect with them as not only through the year, but every year at the conference. Actually, FIE is one of the oldest conferences that have been around, and you can tell it because there are many people that have been regularly going for decades. So please join us.
Why should young professionals join the society?
Oh, as someone who's just starting out in education, you get a chance to learn a lot of things, probably more than you ever dreamed exists. But it gives you an opportunity to find out the sort of stuff that works, things that do and don't, others that are in very similar situations to you. So this gives you a companion to be able to bounce ideas off of. And it actually helps prepare you to be a very effective instructor, which most universities are going to evaluate you on. So this is a source of materials as well as things that you could be doing to better enhance the learning of your students.
Anyone who is in the field of STEM education, intersecting with any areas of fields of interest of the IEEE, should seriously consider joining the IEEE Education Society. The reasons are very obvious. Being a member of the society gives exposure to the members to meet and network with the leaders and innovators in the education field, and also gives them opportunity to stay up to date with the latest development in the field by attending conferences, webinars, and other workshops and events that the IEEE Education Society has been offering throughout the years.
I've been an active member of the IEEE Education Society for over 15 years. This society has been a bridge to connect me with global experts in engineering education, sparking valuable conversations that I believe contribute to advancing technology for our futures. Besides, I'm the editor-in-chief of IEEE RITA, a flagship publication under the IEEE Education Society's umbrella. And in this role, I'm dedicated to fostering a research community in Latin America centered on enhancing the learning experiences for our engineering students. We explore innovative teaching methods, tools, and resources, and it's an exciting opportunity to make a difference in engineering education.
45 years. I was a student when I became a member. It has been a great life experience to be part of this organization.
Well, I guess everything can be traced back 20 years ago when I joined IEEE as a student member when I was in my sophomore year. And then, of course, I was able to engage into a lot of student activities and conferences and meeting with smart people. And then slowly and one step after the other, I started meeting people from the IEEE Education Society, and where I started to engage into the research interest computer science and engineering educations, and so I was introduced to these people who bring me into the field. So that's where I started my memberships in IEEE, and also all the activities and also the research related to the society. So.
I've been a member of the IEEE Education Society for over 25 years, and membership has allowed me to build relationships with engineering and computing educators from around the world. In fact, I've met many of my best friends through the society. I'm a president emeritus, and service to the society over the years has allowed me to hone my skills as a leader.
I was interested in joining the Education Society as it is a preeminent institution of knowledge and research in the area of education. It gives me the ability to keep up to date with what's going on with colleagues from around the world who are using the latest methods and implementing best practice in their own teaching. As a community of scholars who are looking to improve student experience and to improve their own teaching, it gives me the resources I need to do that in my own institution.
I joined the IEEE Education Society because I made a career transition from industry to academia. And I had never taught before. So where do you learn how to teach the best practices and how to reach students and educate students if you've never done that before? I got all the latest and greatest ideas and concepts of how to reach and engage students all through the publications of the IEEE Education Society. I also attended some of their conferences, which also networked me with world leaders and some of the most outstanding lecturers and professors in the world. I have learned how to communicate to students, how to work with students, but it goes far deeper than that. I've also crafted a wonderful relationship and research group using the IEEE Education Society resources to help me build a world-class research team that goes on to be amazing young professionals and professors on their own. So I would say if you're thinking about anything in academia or doing any sort of research or any sort of communications to change your career path or to just become more skilled in the art of communication and understanding the latest and greatest ways to reach populations through education, join the IEEE Education Society.
The more important focuses in IEEE Education Society and in IEEE in general is the STEAM activities. STEAM are really important: science, technology, engineering, arts, and of course mathematics. This is the core of a lot of different multicultural, multi-purpose activities there, from research to applications, are really important. These focuses in the STEAM is on young people. Young people are really important. IEEE is developing a lot of programs for the being engineering, starting to work with young people, trying to attract them. We develop summer camps, and we develop one full website full of practical experiments, practical activities that can be doing in different languages and in different areas of the world with low cost and cheaper experiments there. And this is really important for the IEEE Education Society and for the IEEE. The way to try to attract the young students, the young people, to the area of the STEAM, to the area of the engineering. Because the future, we need engineers. We need science people, we need mathematics, of course, we need teachers, we need professors, we need psychologists, but we need engineers, because the way to progress in the future are part of the engineering. And the engineering, we try to develop things. This is really important.
I have been an university professor in telecommunication engineering for 36 years, a member of the IEEE for 31 years, and of the Education Society for 28 years. As an university professor, I realized the need to be updated in the field of engineering education in order to improve the learning of my students, and honestly, and thanks to the Education Society, I think I am getting there. Well, I think that there are several impactful experiences, but I think that the most impactful experience is the launching of the journal Rita together with my colleague Manuel Castro in November 2006. Rita is a publication of the Education Society focused on the Ibero-American community, that is Latin America, Spain and Portugal, but focused not only in the geographical sense, but also on all Spanish and Portuguese-speaking researchers from around the world. Rita publishes articles in English through IEEE Explorer that is accessible to all its subscribers, and a version of every paper, either in Spanish or Portuguese, that is freely and open accessible to everyone through Vibe Rita. I have been a member of the Education Society for 20 years. First, I have involved together other colleagues in the launching of the Spanish chapter in 2004, chairing the chapter for 2 years and promoting the launching of TICAI book series. TICAI is the acronym in Spanish of ICTs applied to the learning of engineering, and the launching of the award for the best PhD and thesis master in Spain. Then I have been member of the Board of Governors of the Education Society since 2008. I have served to the Education Society as Vice President of Publication for 8 years, Vice President of Membership and Geographic Activities for 2 years, and currently as President of Education Society. IEEE Education Society conferences focus on the main topics of engineering education. Thus, you will be able to present your work to and receive feedback from other colleagues, and you will also be able to see the progress of other colleagues in the field, allowing you to stay up to date with the newest knowledge in our field. And finally, it's a good opportunity to cooperate with other colleagues in future projects. If you are a professional interested in engineering education, either on the technological application side or on the purely educational one, or both, then you should join to the Education Society. There you will find other colleagues sharing your same interests, and through various activities such as chapters, committees, journals, conferences, you will be able to enrich yourself and your colleagues in the field of engineering education.
Hi, I am Professor Melanie Champi, and I have been a member of the Education Society, IEEE Education Society, for 20 years. And it has been a very rewarding experience to be part of this organization. And along these years, I have been watching the advancement of IEEE Education Society, which is now, I can't say that it's an American organization that is international, truly international. And when I look back at the history, I remember that Rob Riley was one president that invested in involving members from all parts of the world. Well, being part of this society allowed me to build relationships with education professionals worldwide. My networking is international, thanks to IEEE Education Society, and we have a lot of common interests and similar concerns about engineering education. These relationships are the rich and ongoing source of ideas and inspiration. In terms of professional development, newsletters and journals published by IEEE Education Society gave me an opportunity, not so only for me, but to all the members, to be aware of the state of the art and learn about advances in the engineering education field. That's it. I'm very happy with this organization. I'm volunteer forever.
IEEE has been a very beneficial society to me. It's our professional society of electrical and electronic computer engineers. And I've been a member for 40 years, so I've been very actively engaged with the society. right since I was a branch counselor at Villanova University here, and then also involved in the Philadelphia section as the IEEE Student Activities Chairman. We organize different events like a paper writing contest, a micromouse competition, and so IEEE has really been a great source of support for me for the activities that I've been engaged in.
Hello, my name is Rosa Vasconcelos, and I'm from Minho University in Portugal, and in this moment I'm VP of Membership and Geographical Activities of IEEE Education Society. Well, they asked me to talk about something about why become a member of IEEE Education Society and why should other members of should join us all together. Well, people become members of IEEE Education Society for different reasons and various reasons. Primarily, I think they are related to their professional and academic interests in the field of engineering education. Join the IEEE Education Society can be highly beneficial for professionals, educators, and researchers in the field of engineering and technology education. But there are a common motivation for joining the IEEE Society, namely the networking. It's very, very important. IEEE Education Society offers a platform for professionals and educators to network with others in the same field. Members can connect with colleagues, researchers, and educators all the while, facilitating the exchange of ideas and collaborating of the projects. Well, another thing is the professional development. Membership provides access to research and opportunity for professional development. That will include conferences, workshops, webinars, and publications that keeps members updated on the latest trends, research, and best practice in engineering education. Well, about research and publications. Many members join to access the society publications and research journals. This allows them to stay informed about advancements in engineering education and potentially contribute to their own research. About education research, that is very important. So, the Society often provides educational research such as teaching materials, curriculum development guidelines, and innovative pedagogical approach. This can be especially valuable for education looking to enhance their teaching methods. Well, leadership and volunteer opportunities. Becoming a member of our society can provide opportunities for leadership roles within the society. This involvement allows members to contribute to the growth and development in the field of engineering education. Well, the supporting for all the educators. The Society can offer support for educators, including guidance on improving teaching techniques, enhancing student engagement, and staying up to date with technological advance in the field. Well, the contribution of the field that we can say is with some professional academics are passionate about contributing to the field of engineering education. By joining the society, they can actively participate in efforts to improve engineering education globally. The recognition that we have. Membership is a prestigious organization like IEEE Education Society can enhance an individual professional recognition and credibility in the field of engineering education. Well, you can have also access to grants and scholarships. The Society often offers grants, scholarships, and awards to support research and innovation in engineering education. Members can be interested in applying for these opportunities. Overall, joining the IEEE Education Society is a way for professionals and educators in the field of electronics, engineering, materials, in all the society that we have here, to get in education, to stay connected, access to valuable resources, contribute to the field, and enhance their own knowledge and careers. It provides a supportive community dedicated to advancing the quality of education in all the areas of engineering.
IEEE Education Society, where being for me from a student to young professional, has given me a good chance to improve my management skills, technical skills, and professional development skills. Since my undergraduation till date, I was exposed to many scenarios where I have learned valued lessons, including the soft skills, networking, and above all, a circle of relevant professionals with whom I connect almost every day. IEEE Education Society has given me a chance to serve for the students and professionals around the globe. It has given me a platform where I can help others through my skills. I believe professionals in the technology and education fields should join the IEEE Education Society to help themselves and the community. With completion for the best job increasing every year, companies value employees who have relations with the local community and own their technical skills outside our working hours. It is also important to understand how protocols and frameworks are utilized to develop, maintain, and test electronic IT systems. IEEE education members are uniquely positioned to provide the innovative solutions needed in the technical and the industrial going forward. In addition to the human networks that can be tapped for device or assistance, there are many web resources with special access just for members. My reasoning changed after being as an IEEE Education Society YP representative, and I wanted to stay current with the technology and advancement revealed in the IEEE Education Society publications and also with our local events. After several years, I noticed myself becoming more interested in the people component that can only be obtained by networking and maintain ongoing conversation with other members through IEEE Education Society. I originally became a member of IEEE to engage more with those in my field. Upon joining, I introduced to dozens of societies I could join. I am now a member of 25 plus different societies this year, and now I am being as a chair of the IEEE Education Society ad hoc YP committee and the YP representative of the Education Society, and I have the opportunities to build a community and other IEEE Education Society YP members in my area. So with this, thank you.
The Education Society membership is an outstanding assistant to anybody who's developing a career either in academia or in industry who's involved in educational technology. There's no better place to meet colleagues, people that you can bounce ideas off, people that you can work with, people that you can write with, attend conferences with. The folks who are members of the Education Society, most of them align with your own interests and can help make your work so much better than if you were working alone or without being a member of the Education Society and IEEE.
The IEEE Education Society is a leader in advancing engineering education. It sponsors top journals and conferences in engineering education and builds the community of those interested in education. I've been able to benefit from all aspects of society membership. In particular, this community of educators provides a valuable network at both local and international levels. Many of my mentors, collaborators, and co-authors have come from this network. I've been a member of the IEEE Education Society since I became an educator over 30 years ago. The Society provided me a venue to share the results of education-related projects in addition to my technical research. I also gained insight into teaching pedagogy, new curriculum approaches, accreditation, and more. As I advanced in my career, I had the opportunity to serve on the Society's Board of Governors and to serve as Vice President of Educational Activities and Awards. During my terms, we increased the number of online professional development opportunities and expanded our collaboration with other units such as IEEE Educational Activities and IEEE Eta Kappa Nu. In particular, we organized various webinars such as our Pathways to Academia series and created the Teaching Excellence Hub. And in regard to the Teaching Excellence Hub, I'm currently the co-chair of this activity, and this project is a collaboration between the IEEE Education Society and IEEE Educational Activities. It reflects their interest in providing support for engineering education. The TEH was started in 2021 to support the professional development for those teaching engineering, computing, and technology at the university level, and to complement information found in journals and conferences in engineering education. It features curated short articles, which describe current developments, best practices, accreditation issues, and other topics related to engineering education. For example, I recently authored an article on the benefits of IEEE Eta Kappa Nu chapters in the professional development of engineering students and in supporting the activities of an engineering department. This site also provides links to upcoming events, available webinars, and other resources for the engineering educator. Many of the contributors are experts from the Education Society membership. The site is found at teaching.ieee.org.
Join the IEEE Education Society.
Join the IEEE Education Society.
Join the IEEE Education Society.
Happy IEEE Day. Join our Education Society.